If I tell you that I have so much passion when it comes to understanding the scriptures, some of the things that I say on this platform are things that some people don't feel good about. They don't like it because it actually speaks so much to their conscience, thereby it kind of touches their ego. You see, when it comes to the spirit of infirmity, like spiritual warfare of infirmity, I am one person that I've tested what illness is. I was ill for about 2 years. In fact, that was how my transformation began. When you tell people, okay, there is this little girl that is going through is it liver or kidney issue? I, her father is late, so her mother is widowed. She's the first daughter, and there are about two other girls. That's three girls. She has three girls, and she's very calm, very reserved, and all that. I don't really know her too deep, right? However, it hurts me so much to see that little girl in that state. She should be around 13, 14 years. She's going through, I think it's liver. Is it liver or kidney? Either of them though. So this little girl is going through so much. Before you know what, her body is swollen, her faces are swollen, so much swellings. And some of the medicines they have to minister to her is so expensive. The last time it happened, early this month, or was the last month, she was rushed to the hospital. Now, one of the things I maybe bring up this thing is that myself and a lady got talking about this issue, and I told her, she was like, are you sure or not it could be a spiritual illness? And I'm like, okay, be it spiritual or not spiritual, our Father is able to do anything, like literally anything. There's nothing was impossible for him to do, right? Because she said that it just all of a sudden started 2 years ago on her and that little girl. So one of the days, like sometimes when I stop by their store to say hello to them, I look with deep sigh, like, because these people are so deep into Catholicism that these girls have to go to, do all these Catholic things. You look into their store, you see those images and all that. Now, let me tell you also, why am I talking about this? One of the things that our Father taught me, like before he even cured me and got rid of the spirit of infirmity from me, I had to submit to him. I had to get rid of some idols from my home. I had to get rid of some idols from my heart. I used to be somebody who wears scapula on her neck. They are rosary and scapulas. Even though I'm not somebody, like ever since I removed it, I'm not my fashion is not about, like, I don't really have fancy these necklaces and all that. Jewelries are not my thing, right? Jewelries are not really my thing. Not like I don't like them, but I don't really fancy them that much to always put them on and all that. So, but I wore it because of religion, right? And these people, I spoke to the sis, I think it's the cousin, or the girl's mother is the auntie to this very lady that came to me, and she was like, are you sure it's not spiritual and all that? I told her, listen, be it spiritual or not, let's assume it's spiritual. Your auntie is not equipped to fight the spiritual warfare. The truth is that if you have to be equipped for spiritual warfare. And I'm like, your auntie is not equipped. She is not equipped for spiritual warfare. The way I'm seeing things, what I see around her, So I'm like the last time I heard that she was in the hospital, I began to pray for her, right? But okay, why am I saying this? What is this talk about? This talk is about how a lot of things, like there's some people will be like, we prayed, we fasted, we asked God for this and that, but he did not hear me. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people say things like that. They sought the face of God, they fasted, they prayed, yet the person that they're praying for died or whatever. The thing is that a lot of things happen and we begin to, yell and wail and, blame God. And no, our Father is perfect. Yahuwah. Our Father is perfect, the Most High. You can't You can't blame him. I mean, he's one. He is our Father that wants us to have the most beautiful things. He is, imagine, he himself said that with long life will he satisfy us and show us his salvation. So what is cutting short the life? Even just our father is a man, is not a man. Like, our father is so good that he even draws us out of the troubles we put ourselves in. That is to tell you that he wants you to live the best life. A lot of things happen because we are not listening and we're not taking the right steps. We don't want to hear the truth. We don't want to follow the truth. We just want to do the things we want to do. We do not want to listen. It's a big problem. You don't want to follow instructions, but you want to eat of the instructions. Have you studied the scriptures? Did you notice that there are rules governing everything? That you have to do this to get that? It cannot be. It cannot serve. I mean, be one with the devil and you expect to enjoy the things that comes from our Father. And a lot of people do these things ignorantly. They don't know. Even but when you try to, the issue is that if our Father, not our Father is a just judge. Now, knowing that our Father is a just judge, wouldn't he give everybody the same opportunity to get to know him, to get to love him, to get to understand him? Because he's just, right? So everybody is given this opportunity, but a lot of us say we don't want to listen. We don't want to listen. We don't want to get cured. We don't want to get solution to what we're dealing with. We don't want to have, we just don't want to do things the proper way. We just want to do our thing and want to do it like this, but get that other result. And things are not done that way. You have to surrender completely to him. You have to bring down yourself. You have to unlearn to relearn. You have to give up your idols. You have to come to the place of completely giving yourself to him if you want him to walk with you and for you. Because the truth is that every single thing that we need has been given to us from the foundation of the world. The healing is already there, just for you to grab yours. So for those people dealing with spiritual sickness, it's a spiritual thing. You have to be equipped for spiritual warfare. You have to be obedient to your Father in order for him to do what he ought to do. He has already done them. You have to align yourself to his finished work by obedience to his laws, his rules and regulations. All these your pastor you're doing will not help you. He needs you to have a personal conversation with him. He wants you to have a relationship with him. When our Father showed me things about the church, it was crazy. All these so-called men of God, I'm sorry, it won't help. Our Father has shown me so much this past years. It's been 6 years I've been at home. I haven't been to no church. He literally took me off the church, off the building. I am the church. And let me tell you something. This is my own testimony. I'm not talking about somebody else's life. My own life. My life, the past 6 years of my life has been one of the best years of my life. I'm healthier. I know so much now that I've ever known since all the days I've ever been in the church. I am more inclined. I just want to study the scriptures every single day. I want to get to learn. I want to see what he has to say. It will just naturally align you to the right people. Allow God to align you himself. Let him teach you himself. Let him tell you where to go to. Stop this, how do I even put it? A lot of the things about Christianity does not go in alignment with the word of the living God. Relationship is key. Key. Right? Key. You need to stay away from religion and come into relationship if you really want to enjoy the goodness of Yah in the land of the living. That's one thing. If you didn't get everything I said, just this last part, okay? Grab it and hold on to it tightly. If you want to see the goodness, when David said, surely the goodness and mercy of God shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Yahuwah, the Most High, forever. If you want to live that, you have to be obedient to the Father. And that's on period.